Don't let it get you down, Yumisaki. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm Toshiki Takamine, a 28-year-old working in the product development department of a food manufacturer. I'm on my way back from a presentation of a new product at a client's office with my colleague, Chiemi Yumisaki, who's 2 years younger than me. We went to a diner for lunch, but Yumisaki's down because she couldn't speak well during the presentation.
I always feel like I'm just holding you back, Takamine-senpai. I'm so pathetic.
Yumisaki is usually full of energy, but today, she seems down because she couldn't handle the pressure and didn't speak well. Hey Yumisaki, today's presentation turned out well in the end, and that's largely thanks to you. Because you researched the client's needs so thoroughly, I was able to convey the information they needed. If I had gone there alone with just my passion for the new product, I would have been kicked out of the company in no time. No matter how proud a developer is of their product, it means nothing if the client doesn't see it the same way. You love our products and think carefully about what will benefit our customers. So, once you gain more confidence, I'm sure you'll grow even more. I'll help you practice presentations as much as you need, okay? Cheer up!
Yes, thank you so much.
It seems she's regained a bit of her usual energy. Seeing Yumisaki's usual smile brings me relief. 1 year later, Yumisaki has made great strides. Now, during meetings, Yumisaki often takes the lead in discussions, and I only need to provide supplementary explanations. It's really something to see how much a junior can grow.
What's this all of a sudden? But if I've grown, it's all thanks to you, Takamine-san. Thank you for always supporting me.
With such conversation, we head to our next client, a major food wholesaler. We arrived at the client's office, where a receptionist called out to me.
Takamine-kun, how about we grab a meal sometime?
This is Urara Nakaoku. We were high school classmates and recently reconnected at this company. Sorry, I've been really busy lately, and probably won't be able to find the time. I appreciate the offer, but I'll have to pass.
I see. That's too bad. But let me know if you find some free time. Takamine-san, do you like that kind of pure and beautiful woman?
As we leave the reception area and wait for contact in the entrance, Yumisaki hesitantly asks me, "Are you talking about Nakaoku when you say a pure beauty?" Well, I don't really have a particular preference when it comes to appearance or type.
I see. So what kind of person is your type?
Let me see. I guess I'm attracted to someone who is passionate or earnest about something, more than anything.
I see.
Yumisaki goes silent, deep in thought, and our conversation ends there. Even after that, Yumisaki continues to look contemplative, leaving me slightly puzzled as to what's on her mind. The meeting goes smoothly, and Yumisaki and I leave the client's office. As we step outside, the client representative, Kurisuke Hijikata, who had been all smiles before, follows us out. Nakaoku-san mentioned that you attended the same high school, Takamine-san. Hijikata's eyes bore into me, making me flinch. Yes, we went to the same high school, but what of it? In other words, the only reason Nakaoku-san talks to you is because you're an old acquaintance. A beautiful woman like her is more suited to someone from a major company like me. Don't get too full of yourself just because you were classmates. Hijikata's tone turns rough as he lowers his voice. No, I didn't mean it that way. Wait a minute, is Hijikata-san interested in Nakaoku? Well, I think there's a risk in workplace romances. If you have feelings for Nakaoku-san, I think it might be wise to consider looking elsewhere. Heh, you're just saying that because you don't want anyone else to have Nakaoku-san. I won't be fooled by such a tactic. With a final good day, Hijikata returns to the building.
What was that about? That was way too rude.
Yeah, I was surprised. Hijikata-san has always been professional, so I didn't expect him to act like that out of jealousy. But still, this could get troublesome. I'm troubled inside, but Yumisaki's voice pulls me back to the present.
So, do you think workplace romances are a bad idea, Takamine-san?
Huh? Oh, you mean what I said earlier? What I said was more of a formality. I just thought Hijikata-san and Nakaoku might not be a good match. Personally, I think it's fine as long as both people like each other and they can manage it. If the company doesn't prohibit it, then they should just be upfront about it.
I see. That's a relief.
Yumisaki smiles, seemingly relieved, though I'm left wondering why. Weeks later, with a big contract successfully secured, Yumisaki and I decided to hold a small celebration. As I mentioned before, Yumisaki, your growth has been remarkable. You're probably getting a lot of praise in the sales department too, right?
Yes, thanks to you I'm consistently ranking among the top performers. But as I said before, it's all thanks to you, Takamine-san. Well, I remember being overwhelmed by your extensive knowledge of food products at first.
Sorry about that. I tend to get carried away when I'm talking about our products. I would go on and on about the history of how our products were created, from the backstory to the final product. I'm sure it was a lot for you, Yumisaki, but I appreciated how you listened so attentively.
But Takamine-san, you always helped me with presentation materials and rehearsals. And when things went well, even just a little bit, you always praised me. When I made mistakes, you'd help me figure out how to improve for next time. You also listened to my concerns whenever I was troubled. All those things built up my confidence.
I knew you had the skills and were a hard worker from the moment we first worked together, Yumisaki. It was just a matter of you showing what you were capable of. I'm glad I was able to support you. Thinking back, Yumisaki's dedication to her work has influenced me as well. Seeing her work so earnestly made me want to give my all in return.
I really respect how you always care about each individual, Takamine-san. I want to keep growing so that I can stand proudly by your side. So I hope we can keep working together like this.
My heart races as our eyes meet. Maybe it's just the alcohol. If you keep growing like this, I might not be able to keep acting like your senior anymore. I laugh it off, trying to lighten the mood. Time passes, and I continue to be on the receiving end of Hijikata-san's jealousy whenever Nakaoku talks to me. You do know that Nakaoku-san only sees you as a friend, right? And I only see her as a friend too, so... No matter how often I suggest that Hijikata-san look for someone else, it's like talking to a wall. Still, he handles his work professionally, so as long as it doesn't involve Nakaoku, there's no problem. One day... Actually, Nakaoku-san and I have started dating. So, from now on, I would appreciate it if you didn't talk to her so casually. Hijikata's smug expression leaves me speechless. I never imagined the two of them would get together, and I silently berate myself for not seeing this coming. Given the situation, I can't keep quiet about Nakaoku's private life anymore. With no other choice, I decided to take Hijikata-san aside to a more private spot. I told Hijikata-san everything I knew about Nakaoku. However... there's no way that's true. You're just spreading rumors because she doesn't like you, Takamine-san. That's pretty pathetic. Hijikata-san laughs off everything I said, refusing to believe a word of it. Well, I've done my part. There's nothing more I can do. Worried about their future, I decided to leave it at that and give up on convincing him. Weeks later, during another visit to the client, Yumisaki and I noticed that Hijikata-san is struggling to keep his eyes open.
You don't look well. Are you sure you're up for this meeting?
Sorry, I'm just a bit sleep-deprived. My girlfriend gets lonely, so we've been chatting and texting late into the night every day. Last night, I didn't get to sleep until around 5 a.m. That's hardly any sleep at all. A few weeks later, Hijikata-san timidly approaches me during another visit. Takamine-san, about that matter, do you know anything about her social circle? Hijikata-san looks like he's wasting away. She's been going out a lot at night, and I'm worried because she'll go anywhere if she gets called. Well, I don't know anyone in her circle who's into the nightlife, so I can't help much with that. Sorry about that. A few days later, after a quiet day at work, Yumisaki and I decided to go out for a drink. But as we walked away from the office, something feels off. Suddenly, my feet felt heavy, and I looked down to see Takamine-san. Hijikata-san appeared out of nowhere like a character from a horror movie. Knowing why he's in this state, I suggest we all go to a nearby izakaya to talk. Listen to me, Takamine-san, Yumisaki-san! Apparently, Hijikata-san saw Nakaoku walking arm in arm with another man in a nightlife district last night. He followed them to see where they were headed. I think you can guess what happened next, based on Hijikata-san's current state. I can't believe Urara was that kind of woman. That's why I warned you. Nakaoku has been using social media to pick up guys for a while. She's not the type to settle down with just one person. When Hijikata-san told me they were dating, I warned him, but it was already too late. I had heard from our old classmates that Nakaoku avoids serious relationships because they interfere with her fun. I didn't want to believe it, but this is just my guess. But the reason she kept chatting with you until late at night might be that she's used to staying up. She's probably meeting up with guys she knows from social media when she's out at night. Yeah, knowing that she's been picking up guys on social media makes a lot of things fall into place. But when you first told me, Takamine-san, I just thought you were bitter because she didn't like you. Ignoring the fact that Hijikata-san is a client, Yumisaki bluntly scolds him. Hijikata shrinks further in his seat. Yumisaki is right. You should stop looking down on others, and avoid jumping to conclusions in the future. Yes, you're both absolutely right. I deeply apologize for any discomfort my actions have caused. Hijikata stands up and bows his head. I can only hope that this experience has made him reconsider his actions. Well, I think we can consider this settled. How about you, Yumisaki?
If you're okay with it, then I have nothing more to say. But I was hoping we could have spent this time alone.
Alright, let's get back to drinking then. Despite Yumisaki's displeasure, I decided to order more drinks. At first, Hijikata-san was a bit reserved, but as he drank more, he started talking more. With his animosity gone, Hijikata-san turned out to be surprisingly easy to talk to, and the conversation became quite lively. He didn't let his personal issues affect his work, so he's probably not a bad person at heart. Oh, by the way, Takamine-san, how did you know that Urara was picking up guys on social media? Was she like that even back in high school? No, back in high school, Nakaoku was actually pretty quiet. So, I think she only started acting like that after college. We went to different universities, so she probably thought I didn't know anything and just talked to me like usual. And she probably never imagined that her social media account would be discovered. I heard the rumors from her classmates, but at first, I didn't believe them either. But then she made one big mistake. Not long after, Nakaoku was called in by her boss at work.
Nakaoku-san, I hear you've been doing some pretty inappropriate things on SNS. Huh? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nakaoku tries to play dumb, but when her boss shows her a certain account, her face goes pale. It was Nakaoku's secret account. She had been careful not to reveal her identity until now. Now, she's staring at her boss, confused about how she got caught.
Look at this post. There's a package in the background, see? When you zoom in, you can clearly read the name and address on the label. It matches the address you've registered with the company, so it's hard to believe it's anyone else.
Yes, Nakaoku's big mistake was uploading a photo on social media that revealed her personal information. One of her classmates identified the account as hers from that photo. The rumor spread from there, and now it's common knowledge among us.
Well, the company hasn't suffered any direct harm so far. But if you keep acting so recklessly, it could eventually damage our company's reputation. So from now on, I expect you to keep your relationships within reasonable bounds. Yes.
After an investigation confirmed that there was no direct harm to the company, Nakaoku avoided disciplinary action. However, after being called out by her boss, rumors of Nakaoku's behavior spread throughout the company.
Hey, did you hear? Apparently Nakaoku-san. She seemed so classy and popular, but now?
And so, Nakaoku's place in the company became more and more precarious. In the end, it was Hijikata-san who dealt the final blow to her. Urara, we're done. I had no idea you were like this. Well, I was the one who reported her to the boss, so that's why the rumors spread. Yes, after learning the truth, Hijikata-san was the first to report it to the boss. Without revealing his thoughts, he just looks at Nakaoku sadly. This guy's pretty cunning.
But you can't blame me! I was lonely! Kurisuke, you were always so focused on work that you never paid attention to me. You're my boyfriend, but you never made me feel loved. It's your fault! If only you had loved me more, I wouldn't have...
I tried my best to keep up with your late-night calls and even adjusted our dates to suit your schedule. But if that wasn't enough for you, then maybe we were just never a good match. And you kept your social media account active even after we started dating, right? That means you never intended to stop looking for other guys in the first place. So, Hijikata-san and Nakaoku broke up, and the rumors spread further through the company. Feeling trapped, Nakaoku eventually quit her job on her own. Afterward, Nakaoku contracted an infection, and the number of men willing to be with her drastically decreased. Infections can often be treated and prevented with proper care and precautions. But it seems that the man she was with lacked understanding and refused to support her. Moreover,
I warned you so many times to stop, but now I can't stay friends with you anymore.
even her old friends have abandoned her. Now that she's all alone, I wonder what's going on through her mind. On the other hand, Hijikata-san has become oddly attached to me. Thanks to you, Takamine-san, I'm starting a new chapter in my life! Please let me repay you somehow. So now, I'm dealing with this every day. Well, I guess it's better than being insulted, so I've accepted it.
Just so you know, I haven't forgiven you, Hijikata-san. If you plan to get any closer to Takamine-san, you'll have to go through me first.
Yumisaki's jealousy-fueled glare at Hijikata leaves me on edge every time. With a sigh, I lean in close to Yumisaki and whisper, "You're the only one I love, Chiemi."
That's not fair, Toshiki-san.
Yes, Chiemi Yumisaki is my girlfriend now. Apparently, she's liked me for the past 2 years, and she confessed her feelings to me the other day. I'm happy to be loved so deeply, and it made me realize that I love her too. As expected of Takamine-san, you handled that so smoothly.
That's right. He's the best boyfriend ever. You're not getting him, Hijikata-san.
Alright, you two. Let's get back to work. Some people might be fine with being in multiple relationships at once, but I'm finding happiness in devoting myself to just one person. Meeting and being loved by that one special person is truly miraculous and something to be cherished.
Hey, I heard that the president's son got in.
Nepotism. How's it been? Yeah, but he's a normal guy. Really? Maybe he'll reveal his true self when we least expect it. That's scary.
I'll come back. I wanted coffee though. My name is Kazuki Hayama. I work at a temp agency.
Good work today. Are you used to it?
Suo-san. I'm getting there. This is Chiono Suo. She's one of the secretaries, and we've known each other since before I came in.
Good. We're in different departments, but let me know if you need help.
She must be busy too, but she always talks to me. She's so nice. But it might be for a good reason, because I'm the president's son that the women were talking about. A few months ago, I told my dad I was going to find another job, and he told me to work for him. I accepted and started working. Suo-san probably just cares for me as his secretary. Don't get any ideas. We know each other, but this is just business. That makes me a little sad. Hayama! Is Daddy's boy taking a nice little break? Must be nice to be the president's son. The one insulting me was Ikari Chigusa. He was always mean to me and I didn't like him. Do this when you're done with your break. You're a newbie like anyone else, so you're gonna listen to me. Don't think I'll spoil you like the boss or his secretary. He must have been watching. Yes, sir. Wait, is this the one from the hearing? That one's skills are unbalanced, but they have a lot of terms. I'm busy. Send them an email saying there's nothing for them right now. Then they'll give up. You're just gonna decide that like this? Huh? Oh yeah, you were in IT before, huh? Then take over. I'll take care of the switch. You do this one, if you can. I'll do it. Leave it to me. My job is to introduce jobs to people and support them. But this looks like a tough case. What are you thinking about? Can't find a match? From what I can see, these skills don't match a lot of jobs. I think I should meet with them and ask for more info. Sounds good. Let me know if I can help.
Asahi, are you talking to Hayama? Don't push any work on him, okay?
How rude! I'm an honorable man with pure intentions.
That voice makes that hard to believe.
No, this is a character, like a cute mascot.
At best, you're a frog.
What? Hayama! Kanji-san is bullying me! Haha, chin up! Naoya Asahi was my age and my former trainer. He could never win against Mei Kanji.
Hey, you rely on Hayama too much.
Because Hayama is nice! Sometimes I forget he's the heir to this place. My face clouded over. But Asahi, Kanji, and everyone except Chigusa treated me like any other person. A few months later, I was able to work normally. Kanji-san's not here? Her kid is sick! The preschool won't take them if they have a fever! I see. Her husband is on a business trip, right? Working and raising a child is hard. Hard, I'll say. She takes time off and all that work comes to us. What a nuisance. If her husband works, why doesn't she quit and focus on other things? Hey, she has her reasons. Don't say that. Reasons? Everyone who comes here says that, but it's all excuses. But when you're born into privilege like you, it's easy to say stuff like that. Lucky. Chigusa's words insulted all kinds of people. It made me angry. You little... How dare you... What? What? Asahi's alien language gathered everyone's attention.
What's going on?
Suo-san, this is... Tisk, nothing! Chigusa was at a disadvantage with Suo-san there, so he left quickly. He ran! It's okay, Asahi. If we keep going, it'll just look bad for us. But he insulted Kanji-san and you! Asahi wasn't going to calm down anytime soon, so I explained. Suo-san heard me out and sighed apologetically.
I see. He's always has some issues. I'll warn him and consider transferring.
He overreacts over people's status and history. He sees things negatively.
I heard he grew up in a not-so-fortunate environment.
I see. Everyone has their struggles.
Yeah, Hayama is a good boy for thinking that. My kohai.
You've always helped me out since our school days. We were from the same college and met in our club. That's why we knew each other, and she still cares for me. I just have to look at Chigusa as an example of what not to do and work hard so I can repay the people that took care of me.
I guess. I'll do what I can too, but...
Don't
hold anything back. Don't do it all alone. Promise?
Suo-san has always been like this. She cared about me and treated me with kindness. I can't. I was trying not to think about it. The admiration I felt towards Suo-san in school might have been a crush. From that day, I would be invited to meals by Suo-san more often. The next day at noon, I had been overwhelmed with work done the morning, so I went to the break room to take a breather. Then...
This is for you.
What? Kanji-san, what's this?
I heard from someone. You and Asahi got mad at Chigusa for me? Also for the work. You took care of something I'm in charge of. Thank you. I feel guilty. I'm able to do this because of everyone around me.
Don't worry about it. Asahi is really knowledgeable about franchises, so it was helpful. Kanji-san, leave that one to me. I'm good at it.
Ugh. I keep racking up debt toward Asahi. I might not be able to make fun of him anymore. Thanks, Asahi.
Asahi looked proud of himself when you contacted him.
Grr. I can picture it.
The other employees must have heard because they chimed in.
I heard too. Chigusa is scary, right? But you got mad at him. You're brave. I have to leave early a lot to go to the hospital, so I'm always worried I'm causing trouble. I judged you for being the president's son. It's not like they're all bad people. I'm sorry. This is to make up for it.
Then the women placed the snacks that they brought into my hand. Oh, thank you. I think I'm confident now. I'm gonna work hard. Chigusa was in a bad mood. He came over with loud footsteps. I had a bad feeling. You! Don't get cocky! Don't get cocky just because your dad is the boss. Do you think your future is promised? No, I don't. Also, I don't intend to take over the company, so I'm no different than anyone else. That attitude is cockiness. You! Do all this by today!
Oh? I see. You use your position as the senpai to push your work onto Hayama.
Chigusa and I were both shocked by Suo-san's sudden appearance. Suo-san? How?
Just doing my rounds. I heard there's an employee that's been acting up. Were they talking about you?
What? I was just giving directions on what to do. I gotta go. Chigusa left in a hurry. Suo-san glared at him as he left.
Even if you're not the heir, does he not think that his actions will go back to the president?
I think he'll see hell soon.
Agreed.
Jeez, he's so aggressive.
Thank you, Suo-san. Oh, but I'll do this. Suo-san looked upset and angry when I said that.
Why? He was supposed to do that. There's no reason for you to take on the work.
I know, but I feel like having Chigusa do this is pointless. Also, Suo-san, I need to talk to you. A few days later, Chigusa was called to the president's office. Chigusa seemed uncomfortable. He was overwhelmed by Keiji Hayama's presence.
I've heard a lot about you from my secretary and other employees. I talked to the department head too. It doesn't seem like things will get better. This is not good. Is where I'm at, but do you have any thoughts?
I was tough on your son, but I didn't have any ill intent. I wanted him to grow, actually. And I became overwhelmed and lashed out. I regret it deeply.
I see. You're doing your best. Is that what you want to say? Even if you have to put others down and slack on your own work?
What? Suo-san and I entered the room. We were told to wait outside before.
Kazuki, you tell him.
Chigusa-san, do you remember Tanaka-san who was switched from you to me last month? You told me to reject them, but they found a job. What? They only have that super niche certification and no work experience. Yes, so we met up many times and adjusted the terms and found companies that fit those skills. We didn't just match people with companies, we also did franchising work. I had Asahi help me and found companies that could use their skills. A startup was looking for that kind of person. Tanaka-san was hired and is doing well. They said they couldn't find anyone no matter who they talked to, so I'm glad we were both able to gain something. Huh? Doing all that for one client is dumb. How much effort does that take? It's not efficient. I think some of it was luck, but I gained their trust. And Chigusa-san, you switched clients a lot. I'm taking care of most of them now. There were complaints that you never had any jobs to offer. What? We each take care of a lot of clients, so it's busy and a lot of work. So that means people with difficult terms and low motivation are low priority. But you prioritized your numbers and efficiency and got rid of anyone that wasn't a plus for you. You get rewarded when a client gets hired, right? But if you meet with them and do your research, you can find jobs for some people. Isn't it our job to support people like that? Also, your resume edits are not good. I did the ones you gave me. What? You didn't say no because my work was bad?
Yes, the way you support is not good, so people don't get through with their paperwork. If the Asian doesn't do well, of course hiring rates will go down. That's why your numbers won't go up.
Chigusa's record was actually not that good. So he started focusing on efficiency and lost people's trust. It was a bad loop.
This is the reality. Your superior doubts your work and your potential. You've been here for a while, but don't you think it's time?
Even Chigusa had nothing to say.
So, Kazuki, it's time. Sorry, I'm late.
I'll be excused. I bowed and left. I worked so hard with no results. I started looking for efficiency and get told off by the president's son. Why? I need to aim higher.
Chigusa, do you know where Kazuki is going?
What? No.
To meet his mother. My sister is in a mental ward. She goes in and out.
Huh? Your sister? But...
Yeah, Kazuki is my stepson and nephew. I took him in 15 years ago. My sister was taking care of Kazuki by herself, similar to your situation.
Chigusa gulped. I lived with just my mom as a kid. We were poor, but it was peaceful. One day, my mom had become tired of her workplace and the work. She couldn't live normally anymore. She was deemed unfit to take care of me, and my uncle took me in.
He's humble. He doesn't let people know when he's struggling. He tried to do it all on his own. I told him I'd pay for college, but he got a scholarship and graduated. You could say he's stubborn.
I was told I had to move for my last job. I wanted to be close to my mom, so I quit. I didn't want to use my connections, but I was struggling to find a job, so I accepted my uncle's offer.
I have no other candidates, and Kazuki is a good guy. It'd be nice if he took over.
Leave it to someone you can trust. We talked about me taking over before I started working, but it was too much, so I declined. But I wanted to repay him with my hard work.
Hayama struggled, so he knows how to support people. That's why he earns people's trust. Chigusa-san, you always said that saying you have your reasons is an excuse. Isn't that about you? You use your struggles to look down on others.
What?
You don't deserve to lead others.
Chigusa was left speechless once again.
We're gonna transfer you. It might not be what you want, but okay?
Okay. I'm sorry. Chigusa answered in a small voice. Soon after, he was transferred and disappeared. Maybe he didn't fit in. Maybe he wasn't motivated. He quit after a month. He returned to his hometown. I said I won't come back until I'm rich and successful, but look at me. A few days later, Chigusa went to his family home and saw his mother for the first time in years. I'm home.
Oh, welcome back.
They had fought before he left, but his mom greeted him with a smile. But she's gotten so weak. She's pale and she's walking weird. Is she sick? She didn't say anything.
You worked hard in the city, right? I made the food that you like.
The scent of soy sauce from the kitchen. His mom had changed, though. Chigusa realized how much time he had wasted on work. I never called or messaged. I left my mom alone. I'm sorry, Mom. I only thought about myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you crying? You've always been a little out of it.
You can't turn back time no matter what. Chigusa was back at square one. There weren't many jobs in his town. He started working as a temp. I'm gonna work hard till the end of the day. I've been working like I always had. To live with my mom after she gets out. To pay back my uncle. But this is a lot. Ganji! We have a slacker over here!
My husband is back so he can do the housework. Take over.
What? You guys, I'm doing that! But my efforts were fruitless. I was pushed out into the hall.
You look well.
Suo-san! I saw Suo-san and finally realized their intentions. I'm free tonight now. Would you like to grab dinner?
I guess I'll keep you company. This is a first.
Suo-san looked happy. Does this mean what I think it does? There are all kinds of people. You can't tell all of it by looks or your resume. What you think is logical may not be for someone else. That's why I want to treat each individual person with respect.